The permission being sought by President Muhammadu Buhari from the Senate to offshoot judgment debt has been described as unnecessary. Barely few days to the expiration of the current administration, the rush to make numerous payments which were not considered necessary before has now created concern among Nigerians. Collecting News correspondent Lebi Joseph has more.
Speaking on the development, chairman of a civil society group, Reverend Father Raymond, and a legal practitioner, Ayodeji Olabiwonu, agreed that it is important to pay up debt, but frowned at the timing the outgoing administration suddenly conceived the plan to pay up the debts.
The posture this administration has assumed in the last 8 years, it seemed as though they were not particularly abreast with the fact that they had only 8 years in this administration to do what they needed to do. They probably felt 8 years was going to take forever. And the question now is, so why the rush? Why the rush to giving this promissory note just days to hand over?
It reeks of suspicion that a government at the twilight of its administration is so much in a rush to seek the approval of the Senate from what we saw, promissory notes and other instruments are to be issued in fulfillment of those judgments.
There is a general understanding that the outgoing administration of Buhari should ordinarily include such matters in the handing over notes for the incoming government.
Say that government is a continuum, and because government is a continuum, the incoming administration would oversee this and do a better job at it. It has been said that some of these judgment debts, who scrutinized them, who gave the approval, and so these are issues that we cannot just paper over the cracks. This administration has not particularly been a listening one, and it's sad that they are trying to end on this note.
That those judgments were not given last week, those judgments were not given last night to warrant, the rush or the need to quickly conform with those judgments. So if the government of General Muhammadu Buhari has left this judgment debt unattended for 8 years, that it's been in power. Like I said, we've not seen the schedule of those judgments, so we don't know when each of them were given and at what stage they are. But it reeks of hypocrisy, and there is so much to be suspicious about.